excited to be here. Okay, so if this is your first time joining in, this is Faith Mogbo, the VITAMENTOR, guiding you to living a healthier and a vital life. So today we're going to be talking about something interesting. We're going to be talking about breaking generational health patterns. Okay, so if you're here and you've been struggling with generational health patterns such as blood pressure runs in my family, diabetes runs in my family, cholesterol runs in my family, okay, they've been passed down to generations after generation. Guess what? Today you're going to be learning how to break these patterns, okay? Because of course, you can live a healthy life. You can stay without having inherited the blood pressure, the diabetes, the high blood sugar, the cholesterol, whatever the health patterns are, whatever the generational health patterns are, you can actually break it. Okay? So all you need to do is to change your mindset. And I'm going to be taking you through on how you can break those habits, change your lifestyle so that these patterns do not repeat in your family. Because you know what? You that is listening to me, you're an ancestor. Yes, you're an ancestor. Don't say my ancestors. You are an ancestor. So you're going to be someone's generational father. So what you do today will be passed down to your generation, to generations down to your fourth generation. So you see why you are an ancestor. Okay? So why does this actually matters? But before we talk about why it matters, what is generational health patterns? All right? These are habits, lifestyle, and even mindsets around food, fitness, wellness that has been passed down to generations, that has been repeated, that happens repeatedly in each family. Okay? So why does this matter? Why does this matter? All right? Now, why it matters is because, number one, people feel that generational health patterns are inherited. Okay? All right? They are inherited. So I inherited this from my dad. My dad used to have blood pressure. Blood pressure runs in my family. Blood sugar runs in my family. All right? So why it matters is that this is an inherited lifestyle. It's not in genes. Oh, it runs in our gene. Blood pressure runs in our gene. No, it's not in gene. It is in the lifestyle. So what you see your mother do, that is what you're going to do. Okay? So families pass down food recipes. I think there was, I can't remember the story, but I don't know how it was painted, but there's this lady that was trying to make a certain kind of food. Okay, I think it was corn. I can't remember the food. So whenever she wants to cook corn, she breaks it, okay, and put it inside the pot. And the husband was like, why are you breaking corn to put inside the pot? You don't have to break it. She was like, no, that's how you cook corn. You break it. I see my mother break it and put it inside the pot, okay? So the husband went ahead to ask the mother of the wife, okay, why do you guys break corn to cook? Can't you cook corn? I don't know if it was corn, but I'm using corn as an instance. Can't you cook corn without breaking it? The mother said, I saw my mom doing that. She breaks corn to cook, okay? So, and coincidentally, the great-grandma was still alive. So her mother, his wife's mom's mom was still alive. So now I went to ask her, Mama, why are you breaking corn to cook? Why can't you cook it like that? She said, oh, it's because that the pan is small. So I have to break it so that it will fit in. Are you seeing how a generational pattern of how to make a certain food has been passed down to the third generation? Simply because the pot was small and it couldn't fit the corn. So that's why she had to break it. And they felt that it was, that's how the food was cooked. So these are same ways, food types, food lifestyle has been passed down to generations. Okay, has been passed down to generations. David, I see you. Has been passed down to generations without you knowing, and you think that is it. All right, you think that is it, and you see a lot of family doing a lot of sugar. Before you know it, they have high blood pressure, and it's passing down to the generation. Yes, because of the kind of food they are eating. All right, so the truth is that habit runs in the family. So what habits is your family doing? Okay, yes, this is a lifestyle channel. All right, I'm Faith Mogbo, the VITAMENTOR. Okay, and I'm helping people live a healthy and a vital life through the tips I'm going to be sharing on this channel. All right, so welcome to my channel. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so the truth is that these habits are run in the family. All right, so it's a habit that was formed, and before you know it, the children picks it and starts. So if your family eats a lot of processed food, you see your parents eating shawarma, pizza, taking a lot of sodas, you will start taking it as a child. All right, or you come from a family that don't work out. You don't work out. You don't, like, while I was growing up, I see my mom do a lot of walking. Like, she does a lot of exercise. Like, she moves her body. Okay, so right now, of exercise I work out. In fact, my daughter sees me working out. Like, whenever I'm working out, she's working out with me. You see, it's a lifestyle I'm imprinting in her, and she grows with it. Okay, so number 2, why does this matter? Silent conditioning. I think I've talked about this. So your children see what you're doing and copy you. Children learn by modeling. So what are you modeling to your children? So the lifestyle you're living now is what you learned from your parents, or you learned from someone. Okay, so your parents were taking a lot of processed foods. They don't work out. All right, it's a normal thing in the house. You wake up, you don't work out, and you grow up, you feel that's normal. Okay, or in your house, you don't eat a lot of fruits, you don't eat whole foods. Like, while growing up, my mom loved fruits. She eats a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, and that's how we joined her. Everybody in my family, we eat fruits, we eat vegetables, and we love fats. We saw her eating fats. Yes, okay, so these are silent conditioning that works in the minds of your children. Okay, so you need to break that circle. And how do you break the circle? So you want to break generational health patterns. There are patterns that run in your family: blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol. These patterns that repeatedly, like cancer, every generation, there's somebody that has cancer, there's somebody that has BP. This is a lifestyle. Cancer is not a gene, it's lifestyle. It's lifestyle. Even fibroids is not a gene, it's lifestyle. Recently, someone had fibroid, and I realized, after much interrogation, that this person has been eating a lot of noodles. Every day she's eating noodles. And these things has metabolic, particles in it that compounds and causing issues in your hormones, in your body. Okay? So okay, sorry, I think I had an issue with my device. Okay, I'm back up. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so what are the steps to breaking generational pattern? Okay, number 1 is awareness. You need to be aware that this is a pattern. Okay, this is a pattern. You need to be aware that this is an unhealthy pattern that needs to be broken. Okay, so first of all, number 1 step is be aware. Be aware that it is a pattern that needs to be broken. All right, so find out the things you've learned about a healthy living. You've discovered that, okay, eating whole foods are better than eating processed foods. Processed food increases your insulin and makes your insulin stop working. Before you know it, you start having high blood pressure. Before you know it, you start having high blood sugar. So you've learned that you need to cut off processed foods if you want to live a healthy life. All right, so number 2 is unlearning and relearning. So what have you learned? So the things you knew, before, I didn't know that pasta, I didn't know that processed foods were causing a lot of harm. I thought it was enjoyment. I felt shawarma, pizza, All these things were enjoyment, not knowing it was causing more harm to me until I had osteoarthritis and realized that these things were causing severe inflammation in my knees until I cut it off and the osteoarthritis left. Okay, so you need to unlearn and relearn, number 2. All right, number 3, you need to model a new behavior. Okay, so you need to start living those things you've learned. You need to cut out processed foods. You need to start working out. You need to start, in fact, I did not know before. I used to think that when you work out, when you lift weights, you have a muscle like a man, like you have a body like a man, you know. But until I found out from my mentor, I said, you're not looking like a man, but you've been lifting weights. And that's how I started lifting weights. Today, my body is well defined. All right. So when you learn, all right, start applying, start modeling the new behavior. All right. That is when you start breaking the patterns, the health patterns in your family. Then number 4, faith and mindset. What are you confessing? All right. Confess that in fact, God wants you to live a healthy life. He said, beloved, I wish above all things that you prosper and be in good health. You have a good health. So speak to your body. Your body responds to you. When you eat, your body responds to the food you eat. So speak to your body, have faith, and have a positive mindset that when you eat this food, it will nourish your body. Your body receives this food and receives the nutrients it requires to function. And when you work out, your body you subject your body to discipline. So sometimes you wake up, you don't feel like working out. But what? You tell yourself, I can do it. You stand up and go and work out. Because when you work out, what happens? You become productive. You have more clarity. All right? So the first steps are, number 1, awareness. Number 2, unlearning and relearning. Number 3, modeling new behavior. And number 4, faith and mindset. You are a generational changer. Okay? Your decision today doesn't just heal you. It sets a new pattern in your family, for your children, for your children's children. Remember, I said you are an ancestor. What are you modeling for your children? What are you modeling for your generation? All right, start living a healthy lifestyle, and you'll see that these patterns will break. You don't need to BP. You don't have them, so you don't need to have the cholesterol. You can break it by just changing your lifestyle. All right. Thank you all for joining in. If you have any question, you can drop it on the comment section. And tell me today on the comment section, what pattern are you going to break in your family? Is it the pattern of blood pressure, blood sugar, cholesterol? The moment you cut out processed foods, you see yourself on the way to the top. The moment you start working out, you see yourself living a healthy lifestyle. All right? Thank you all for joining in. See you tomorrow. Same time. Bye. Okay, so for those joining, this is Faith Mogbo. Some of you just joined in. I'm the VITAMENTOR. I'm guiding people to living a healthier and a vital life. And I've been on a 100 days life challenge to help people become the ultimate version of themselves. So today is day 89, all right? So I have 11 more days to go to reach 100 days life of showing up. All right, thank you all for joining. Bye. All right.